Welcome back to Old Cat 58, you guys. Coming to you tonight. I'm sitting on the seat of my D47U, serial number 37449. Say, you can see here I've taken the shifter off and also inspection cover. And I had some problems shifting this thing when I first got it and backed it down off the trailer. Couldn't get it out of reverse, and then when I could, then I couldn't get it out of first. Called the previous owner and he suggested wiggling this and wiggling that and decreasing the throttle and pulling the clutches, and of course, I just don't like working things like that, so I used it a little bit around the house, and then the time came, I said enough's enough. So went on to the Antique Caterpillar Machinery Owners Club forum. There's a lot of knowledgeable people on there. I really appreciate the knowledge that I've garnered from those guys. And in one of the posts, someone else was having problems with their shift linkage, and one gentleman suggested that he might find a roll pin in the bottom of the transmission oil when he drained it out. And if so, it went to the interlock mechanism. And so that's exactly what happened here. You can see the old roll pin sitting there off to the left of the hole where the inspection is. And so then I went to the service manual and see where over on the far left hand side of that transmission case cover is where that pin has to go. Try as I might, I tried to get my hand in through the shift mechanism and I was able to find the hole for the roll pin, but there was no way I was going to be able to get the pin in that hole lined up with the shaft that contains the pawls. And so then I had to figure out another way of going about this, because I really didn't want to pull all this linkage, the seat and the tank and everything, to get the transmission case cover off, and decided that I would just measure up from that castle nut there and find out exactly where the roll pin was supposed to go. And so when I put a tape measure in, I found out that interlock rail is 1.5 inches forward of the castle nut, and 5.5 inches over from the center of that castle nut is where that roll pin goes. And so I put a vacuum cleaner right up onto this case and started the vacuum cleaner up as I step drilled the hole out. Now I'll tap that hole for the 1/2 inch plug that you see. There's a brass plug sitting right next to it, and was able to tape the new roll pin to the end of a center punch and the long drift and set that right into the hole. Got it lined up with the interlock rail, the hole that's in that interlock rail, and just drove it straight through and got it all lined up and flush. And so now that interlock mechanism works as it should, and I do hope that that alleviates these shift problems that I've been seeing. So anyways, I hope that this little video saves you guys a lot of time and that you don't have to pull the transmission case cover off. Just be sure, if you don't have a cab or a canopy on your machine, to thread tape or put some pipe dope on those threads so that water won't be introduced in. So anyways, I hope this helps y'all, and good luck.